all I have for weekly horror news, which I can't wait to see what happens in the next week or two because, hey, man, as you know, we're getting closer and closer to October, so shit's going to be dropping like
Yeah,
crazy.
and the more the better. Love this
Yes,
time of year. We talk about it all the time.
yes.
Um, everybody, welcome to another edition of the Horror Guys. We're here with another weekly horror news update. I'm Alan. That's John. We are the Horror Guys, and let's jump right into it. What's new, man?
Yeah. Well, it seems that every time we take a extended break, like a week or so, man,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of stuff drops, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have news on a new Saw movie coming out next year. And it's rumored to be a prequel that focuses on Tobin Bell's character as Jigsaw. And it's directed by the same director that did Saw 6 and Saw the Final Chapter. And it's already got a release date of October 27th, 2023.
I wonder if you're the type of person like me who, really liked the first one, but wasn't a huge fan of the sequels. I wonder if this would be more your speed. You know what I mean? Because it's kind of going back to that
Yeah.
original.
Well, they kind of painted themselves into a corner because they killed off the Jigsaw character in part 3.
Right.
So it's like, where do you go after that? Well, they had
Yeah.
to do a lot of backtracking and some fast forwarding and some in between. And I'll
By
give
the
them
way-
credit.
By the way, that's
Oh,
my
good.
puppy. That's my puppy you hear squealing in the background.
Uh-oh.
So I apologize ahead of time. She will not stop barking or squealing or yelling. We just got a new puppy. So anyway, continue. I apologize. Just wanted to clear that up in case anybody's wondering. Nobody's being murdered in the background. We're not. We are the Horror Guys.
Help. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not supposed to do that. My bad. Help me.
Wait, what was that? What was that?
Nothing. I have to hold up a piece of paper and let them know
Yeah.
I'm in danger.
Little do they know that he's locked in a room over here. I make him do these shows.
I gotta blink my eyes if you're in danger. I'm blinking, guys. Help me.
The FBI is going to show up at my house.
I know, right? But I don't know. For me, it's like what I really enjoyed about the Saw movies was for being as crazy as they did and killing them off in that third one, they kept the continuity. However the hell you say that word, they continued with the story. They did really good. Thank you. They did really good with that, and I'll give them that.
Yeah.
The reboot they did with Chris Rock and Samuel L. Jackson was
right.
It was something.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of glad they're not taking that route, I guess, again, because I don't see a franchise coming out of that one.
Right.
But the fact that they're kind of going back to the roots, I guess, and they're bringing back, Jigsaw himself. Okay.
Yeah.
I can deal with that.
And that seems to be the overarching theme these days, going back to the roots, so to speak, and going back to what, made, whether you look at Halloween or Scream or any of these franchises, they're all kind of going back to that original formula.
Exactly.
Because it is true. You get so many sequels and everything, and you do run out of space. I mean, there's only so far you can go with one particular story. And, horror films being prone to so many sequels, you know what I mean? I think that we're finally starting to see all that get taken back now, whether it be remakes, reboots, or whatever.
Yeah,
prequels.
I agree. Yeah. So I did what this really isn't news. It's news to you, I guess, but it's just fun to share. I finally watched Orphan First Kill.
Yeah.
You know how we talked about, like, we pretty much knew what was going to happen because this is obviously a prequel to the first one.
Right.
I will say that they threw a monkey wrench in there and they threw a nice little twist in that I was not expecting. So it's actually a pretty fun movie.
Yeah, that's good to hear because one of the biggest things was that, like, when we were talking, my wife and I were talking about watching, it was like, God, well, you kind of know how it's going to end. You kind of know what's going to happen. It's nice that it sounds like,
what, dude. It's that little twist I was not expecting. I won't lie. It did 1.7 million in under 500 theaters over the weekend. That's pretty damn good.
That's actually very good for
Yeah,
just 500 theaters. That's pretty impressive. Is it
right.
well, it's obviously streaming,
It's
correct?
on
I mean,
Paramount Plus, yeah,
got it. Okay.
and it's
That'll
already
be a
got
fun
a
watch.
Blu-ray release of October. I want to say 18th. So yeah, it's coming out fairly quick.
That'll be a fun
But
watch.
yeah, it was. I think you'll like it though, especially like the little twist they threw in. If you're hesitant on watching it, know that it's not what you were necessarily thinking. We'll put it that way.
Right.
Um, we got to look at Tim Burton's cast for Wednesday. That's coming to Netflix. You know, the Addams Family
Right.
series, and most of them are hating the look of Louis Guzman's Gomez character.
Yeah, I've seen a lot about this.
For me, it's the hair. The hair is really, really bad, dude. But I will be honest and say, for me, he looks a lot like the old cartoon version of Gomez.
He does, yeah.
Like the original.
Yeah,
from
the comic strip. It seems like that's kind of what they're aiming for. More.
I just wish they would fix that hair though, because the hair's rough. The hair is really, really bad.
Yeah, I think he'll do fine. He's funny and he's good in just about everything he's in. So
yeah, I don't. I think what a lot of people, the misconception is, do you think Gomez? A lot of people think Raul Julia.
Yeah.
From the movies.
Right.
And I'll give it, for me, I think he knocked that role completely out of the park. But this is something different. This is Tim Burton, and Tim Burton's a very strange and weird man.
He is.
So he went with his vision.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, it's not Johnny Depp playing him, honestly, because that's Tim Burton for you.
Right.
But I mean, again, to me, it's very reminiscent of the old cartoons. So yeah, the hair could be a little different, but
yeah, I think it's more or less, we haven't seen it. We've seen the other versions of it. We've seen it with I guess what you would call the, new Gomez look, we'll call it, and now, now it's time to see it more kind of going back to the roots, so to speak, going back to what the original intent was of that. So, I mean, a lot of people are down on it. I say give it a chance. I don't think it's, I don't like that so many people are willing to just write it off just because they don't like a particular casting, especially whenever you look back and you see why they made that casting. At least there's a reason behind it. At least it didn't just go completely out of left field for no reason. But people, are always fickle about this stuff. So
all the time. For me, I wasn't particular about the Pugsley casting, but that's just me. He doesn't look like Pugsley to me. But then again, who knows? And I thought it was kind of funny that they said they are keeping it a secret as to who is playing Uncle Fester and his look for the show until it comes out. So maybe they got it. Maybe they got a nice little. Maybe that's Johnny Depp. Who knows? Maybe that's what he's hiding from us. Who knows, man? Although I'm surprised his wife isn't.
Johnny Depp.
Right. I'm surprised his wife isn't in the show in some capacity. Maybe she'll play Granny. Because there was always Granny,
Yeah, that's true.
So maybe she'll play her. But they did bring out another trailer for it, and the biggest takeaway from it was Wednesday releasing bags of piranhas into a pool of bullies. So that was kind of cool. Somebody's getting fucked up in that aspect.
Imagine being in a pool with piranha.
No, not at all. I instantly think of the scene from The Toy with Richard Pryor. Do you remember that when he got into the river and they were trying to tell him don't go in there? And they put it in super fast forward, so like when he ran out of the water, all his clothes were full of holes and stuff. Right. Oh, it was hilarious, man. I instantly think of that scene.
My sister says that she got bit by a piranha when she was on vacation.
Hell no.
By an individual piranha, yeah.
Hell no.
I have to ask her more about it. It's just kind of in passing sort of thing that I found interesting. I mean, I'm sure at the time she didn't find it very interesting.
No, not at all, man. I think back to the movies Piranha, like from
right.
I think it came out in like the late 70s was the first Piranha.
Mm-hmm.
You had the remake, and then they did remakes. Yeah.
Thankfully for her, it was an individual piranha and not like the whole gang of piranha that you typically see depicted.
Yeah, that's luck there, man. Yeah. That would not have ended well at all.
If the other 300 were anywhere around, that could have gotten ugly fast.
Yeah, real fast. So I don't know. Obviously, you're a fan of Killer Klowns from Outer Space. I like the movie.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've noticed this, but the past couple of years, like their merch has been like big time in Spirit Halloween stores.
I've noticed like
And
not even that. Like I've seen it just being referenced a lot more. I've kind of seen like a resurgence of it just popping up everywhere, just randomly.
exactly, dude. You would be surprised at all the stuff that has come out just this year at Spirit Halloween, and I'm talking everything.
Trick or Treat Studios has masks now.
Yeah,
that you could get.
Exactly. They're even bringing out like a toy line, and they have I think 2 of the clowns are coming out in their toy line too.
That's
And
really
I think it's NECA just released another set of those cartoon figures, and they have killer clowns coming out in that set too. So like
really
it's
cool.
coming out big time, man. But with that, we got some actual cool news from the Killer Clowns franchise. We got a short film, about a minute or so long, that kind of hypes their return to the Halloween Horror Nights in Orlando. But it was super cool just to see, even just like we haven't seen anything from Killer Clowns from what, 87, 88.
Right.
So to see like a little short put together was actually really cool.
Yeah.
Albeit like it was very, very short, but there was a cool little kill in it, and you got to see the clown back on the screen. So I don't know, man. Kind of hoping we might get a sequel out of this.
That's what I was gonna say. I mean, you never know. Like a lot of times when you start to see stuff like this, it kind of it can sometimes lead to a sequel. I mean, you can't tell me that the studios aren't out there gauging the interest. Like if it's something
they tried and nobody would pick it up.
Really? How long ago was that? I didn't realize they tried to make it.
I want to say they tried for a sequel and nobody was interested. And I heard that they tried for like a TV series, and again, nobody was interested. So I feel like now is the time to strike.
Yeah, every once in a while. Yeah, maybe just over the years, and I mean, you have a whole like younger people tend to like stuff like that. I mean, hey, that was the first. My wife and I, our first official date. We watched that movie at my house.
Hell yeah, you can't beat it, man.
Yeah, so I mean, I would love to see another one. I mean,
me too.
Even a remake. I mean, even a remake or whatever they'd want to do with it, but it would be cool to see more.
What's fun about something like that is you could do a sequel, even so many odd years later, because there really was no. They're killer clowns from outer space, so they went back home.
Right.
They decided to come back. There's really no. You can't say, oh boy, well that clown couldn't come back. They all can come back. They're aliens. Who cares?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
They were probably in Nope or something. Who knows? Like maybe that was the. Who knows, man?
Which I don't know if you want to talk about that for a minute.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Yeah, you sent me.
Well, I was just gonna say, it's coming to streaming on Friday. You can rent it. I know I'm going to check it out because it's one of those movies that was very intriguing to me. I don't know. My wife was dancing. I don't know why.
She's happy.
She's happy about. She's happy about Nope. Okay.
See, that's what I said. She's happy about Nope. There you go.
Yeah. So I mean, really, that gives me 2 movies over the next couple of days to watch. The Orphan sequel and now Nope tomorrow. I mean, obviously that's so yeah, surprising it's already showing, because I mean it hasn't been in theaters that long. So it came out
July, I think it was, or something like that.
Yeah,
June, maybe end of June, something like that.
It's just more and more anymore. It just seems like the studios can get a guaranteed payout right off the bat for putting a movie on streaming, and they just go for it. And and it seems to be a winning strategy. I mean, now it's sad if you're a person that likes going to the movie theater, which I mean I do.
Right.
But
it's boosting the shit out of these streaming channels.
Yeah.
It's like a bidding war.
Right.
Whoever gets said biggest movie becomes the most popular streaming place.
And it's not even just Netflix and HBO and Showtime and like that, like you would think. It's like Peacock and I mean,
Paramount Plus.
Plus, and like even with the new Terrifier movie, coming.
Yeah, dude,
gonna go to streaming. Screambox.
Right, and you know what's weird about Screambox? That movie, I sent you a message the other day, and I said, "Hey man, there's a movie called Pussy Cake coming out, right?"
What?
So I read into it a little bit more. It's an Australian. I think if I read this right, it's an Australian movie. I think.
Proof that it's a puppy.
That's a happy puppy.
She's incredibly happy.
Yes, she is. Oh man.
This is the thing causing all the chaos in the background. So she's a member. This is Molly. So okay. Okay, Molly.
Honorary horror girl for today.
She's the horror girl. The horror gal.
dog.
The horror
got,
gal.
I got a horror dog back here too. Waiting for me.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're showing, I got Sophie with
Let's
me
see.
too. So
Sophie's been making regular appearances from the beginning. So
that's true.
I had to match you, dog for dog.
We got the horror dogs.
We got the horror dog. We should make a t-shirt with the dogs.
Right? Hell yeah. So real quick, out of that, the Killer Clown news, we got another really cool bit of news. We are getting a video game coming next year.
Yeah.
Which I never in my life would have thought that of all movie series, we'd be getting a Killer Clowns game in 2023. Come on.
And again, that's what really makes you wonder about a potential sequel, because I mean, it's just so random that all this stuff's happening. There's something going on there. They're showing all this attention, and obviously they're seeing interest in it. So I don't know who owns the rights to this stuff, but
so the game is being done by one of the producers of the Friday the 13th game.
Okay, so it should be a good game then.
Right. And apparently the brothers, whose name I cannot say correct, I'll try the Shido brothers, something like that. They're involved with it too. So obviously it's their, maybe there won't be this huge lawsuit that everybody's expecting already because they're making another game about a movie.
Let's hope not.
But there's a trailer for it on YouTube. But there's a bit of news that comes with it. In the battle between Killer Clowns and citizens of Crescent Cove, you can team up and use your wits to harvest humans or save them from the alien invasion. You can play as the Killer Clowns as you cooperate in a team of 3 players, utilizing their outlandish abilities and weapons as you hunt humans. Or you can fight back as a team of 7 human citizens. Pick your class, explore the city for vulnerable loot and weapons, avoid getting captured by clowns, and try to survive. The game will be available for PC, PS5, Xbox Series, Xbox One, and PS4 consoles. So nice. I am definitely playing the shit out of that. It's supposed to be early 2023. So
I like it. I like the sound.
Dude, between that and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre game, it's gonna be a good year for horror games, man.
I know. Yeah, it's interesting.
They're trying to reel my ass back into becoming a gamer now. Like, I don't want to, but I'm gonna have to.
Obviously, we would love to see also a Halloween game. I'd love to see another Friday the 13th game. A Nightmare on Elm Street game would be really cool. Yeah. And I don't know, for those of you that play Fortnite, it would be really cool to see, like, a lot of times they'll integrate slasher or they'll integrate like different like Marvel superheroes and all that. Now, granted, it'd be different. It would be difficult to do all the different slashers, but it would be really cool to get like a slasher pack where you can be a Jason or a Michael or a Freddy or even a Ghostface or something like that.
That Dead by Daylight's still doing that too.
Yeah,
they do that. They just added Pinhead to theirs, so you got in that one you have Ghostface, Pinhead, Leatherface, Michael, Laurie. And I believe the Saw Pig, he's part of it too.
And they're doing the except you get the Myers, you get Haddonfield, you get Laurie Strode. I mean, you get all that.
Absolutely.
Which is really cool to see. So, I mean, hey, I'd love to see them continue. See more video game stuff pop up.
Yes,
as time goes on.
100%. I'm all for this Killer Clown game, though. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So in our last week's weekly horror update, we talked about a 5th Insidious film coming out next year. Well, it's already wrapped filming, so it's done.
Oh, that's fast.
Director and star Patrick Wilson revealed that filming is complete. Wilson will star in the film alongside the returning Ty Simpkins as Dalton Lambert and Rose Brine, if I'm saying her name right, returning as Renee Lambert. So it'll pick up with the Lamberts 10 years after the last film. And a little bit of background on it so far. Josh heads east to drop his son Dalton off at an idyllic ivy-covered university. However, Dalton's college dreams become a nightmare when the repressed demons of his past suddenly return to haunt them both. Somebody's coming back to fuck them up. And it's set to hit theaters on July 7th, 2023. So I don't think, sadly enough, I'm not sure if we'll get, unless she comes back in like a ghost form maybe, I'm not sure if we're going to get Lynn Shay, because her character, if you didn't see that throughout the series, she passed away in one of the movies. So not sure if we're going to get her back in this one. Again, maybe it would be like Poltergeist and she'll just kind of show up as, who the hell knows, man. At this point, who knows?
Yeah.
It
Anything
sounds
can
interesting
happen.
though. I mean,
Yeah,
5 movies in.
that's a, that's
Good.
that's a franchise I never really watched. But I mean,
They're okay.
yeah, with new stuff coming out, the thing is like those all came out at such an oversaturated time when it comes to
Yeah,
that kind of stuff. But I like Patrick Wilson a lot. Um,
me too.
so yeah, for sure.
He's definitely kind of become like Mr. Horror over the years between
Yeah,
Insidious and then like The
The
Conjuring and
Conjuring.
stuff. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
trying to think. He was in something else, wasn't he? Or am I
Uh,
feel like I saw him in
I
something
think
else.
I think they both made an appearance in one of the Annabelle movies too.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
I want to say it was Annabelle Creation or maybe Annabelle
Yeah.
Comes Home or one of
I
them.
only saw the
They were in
first
that
one.
too.
I only saw the first. I love the Conjuring movies, although
Yeah,
the first one was excellent. The second one was okay. The third one was meh. I thought. I mean, I still like them better than a lot
yeah,
of those types of movies. That I just feel like those movies
right.
are pumped out so frequently.
Anything exorcism, ghost story stuff is tough anymore because really,
Yeah,
let's be honest, as far as exorcism movies, The Exorcist set the standard.
yeah,
So it's very hard
yeah.
to match that and or top
Yeah,
that these days.
I mean, there's been
You
some
know?
good stuff. There were just in the original Conjuring, there were things. I mean, really, like the little girl actresses in those movies did such a good job at conveying
Yeah,
fear and the scene where she's sitting in bed and she's pointing to nothing. That had to be such a difficult.
yeah,
And every time I think of that scene, my hair stands up on end. Like that was one of the
yeah.
few legitimately terrifying scenes
Oh yeah, for sure.
in anything.
Um,
For it's
speaking
rare.
speaking of kid actors that completely killed it in the movie, have you seen The Black Phone yet?
No, that's another one I want to see, and I've
That's
heard
and
that
that's
it's worthwhile.
oh 100%, and it's on Peacock now too.
Yeah,
So definitely check that one out.
yeah,
There's 3 movies you got to watch now.
yeah.
But definitely check out The Black Phone. I've watched it like 3 times. I got Madison into it. She's watched it like
Really?
4 times. It's a really good movie.
Let me ask you a question because I have a
Yeah.
6-year-old in the house.
Um,
Is it
no,
something? So you would say no?
no, only because uh, I think it might scare him a little bit.
Okay,
There's a few. It's not overly gory or anything like that, but there's scenes
right.
that might creep him out a little bit. I'd say no
Okay,
on that one.
okay, all right, and that's what we're trying to avoid. So
Yeah, I would definitely say, and, you could watch it through and see what you think, and if maybe you
yeah,
think, all right, maybe. I would
yeah,
say no, just for now though.
yeah. Well, I mean, for us, it's always a matter of like, how do we watch these things?
Right.
So it's like we have to set it up in a way where we can get away with it without
Oh yeah,
him seeing
absolutely.
it. So
Gotcha,
you know.
100%.
But that one, it seemed like it could be in between for me. It seemed like it could be one where if it was on, he probably wouldn't pay much attention to it. But I don't want to risk him catching something that
Right,
So
right. Just the whole premise of the fact that this guy takes children too might
yeah,
freak him out
right.
a little bit.
Oh
too.
yeah, of course, yeah,
You know
no
what I'm
doubt,
saying?
no question.
So I would, at that age, you'd be like, wait a minute, that can, and sadly, that happens in real life. You don't want
It
to
does,
have to keep that right now. That's
yeah,
sad and
no
scary.
doubt. Yeah, and ironically,
Um,
that's actually one of his fears. So
oh well, shit, yeah, definitely
so
don't let him see that.
definitely avoid it.
For sure. So we talked about the fact that Evil Dead Rise did so well in test screenings that it might get a theatrical release.
Yes,
And it looks like that's exactly what's going to happen. It is going to theaters on April 21st of 2023. So I'm assuming it moved from its HBO Max debut, which then again, the way things are going now, it could
might
drop
do
the same day
both.
on HBO.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
But it is getting a theater release in April of next year. So it must have done really well because,
Yeah.
I mean, how long has it been since we've seen Evil Dead on the big screen since the remake?
That's so cool to see, to know that we're going to get an Evil Dead movie that is seemingly being well received already. Like,
right.
Very,
very cool. Well, you kind of talked about Screambox, so we're going to jump into that.
Yeah.
Because it's been a busy week for horror news, man. We got a trailer. Got a trailer drop for Terrifier 2.
Which looks awesome, by the way.
Yes, Art the Clown is coming back. So basically, a little synopsis on the movie. After being resurrected by a sinister entity, Art the Clown returns to the timid town of Miles County, where he targets it. I tell you what, Art looks like he is ready to like raise some hell, man. It's kind of cool though. Like in the trailer, the little boy wants to actually dress as him.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering almost if that's like a premise to the fact that maybe he won't kill this little kid. Maybe this little kid will follow in his footsteps in another movie. Who knows?
Become the new Art the Clown.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I would love to find out what keeps Art alive. Like, is he dead? Is he a ghost? What's going on here? You know.
One little tidbit, and by the way, for those of you who haven't seen the first Terrifier, it's not for everybody. If you're not somebody, it's a lot of like over the top gore and very gruesome and vulgar. But if you're the type of person that doesn't mind that, if you're the type of person that maybe likes stuff like Hatchet series and stuff like that, you'll definitely dig this. It's got a cool atmosphere. It's got like a real gritty kind of grindhouse style feel to it. One tidbit that I read in terms of this sequel is the guy that wrote it. I forget the guy's name already, but the guy that writes and directs it.
Damien Leon or something like that.
Yeah.
I want to say his name is.
Something like that. He took a lot of the criticisms of the original Terrifier to heart and kind of applied some changes to this one. Like one of the biggest complaints from the original one, I guess, was like there was not a lot of like character development and deep storytelling where this one's going to have. And you could already see it from the trailer that this one has more of a traditional story. It's not like that one was just kind of, these people, their car breaks down and they kind of just happen to run into Art the Clown and he become the target of his reign of terror. Whereas this one seems like there's going to be like there's a legend behind it now, and there's a backstory, and it seems like there's going to be a lot. So it's cool, and it just looks really good. I mean, I love the first one. I actually liked the All Hallows Eve stuff.
Yeah, and that's where he came from.
Yeah. So
and then they did a short film with the scene where he's in the bathroom and he's got the shit all over the place and everything else. Yeah. There was a short film that this is where Terrifier happened from.
Right.
It was based off that.
Yeah, it was like film. Circle 9 or something like that. Which something.
I think it's on YouTube. I want to say it's on YouTube.
Is it? I've never seen it, but I've read about it, and I love it. But
it's something.
I mean, cool character. I mean,
oh yeah,
really.
Absolutely.
And they've tried to get him to sell that character and the rights to that franchise, and he won't do it.
Oh really? I don't blame him.
I don't blame either. That's a gold mine right there.
No. I think you kind of compared that in a good comparison to Adam Green's Hatchet series.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas this guy's got his own movie monster now, and everybody wants a piece of it.
Of course, yeah.
Where Adam Green is just as smart to keep Victor Crowley to himself.
Yeah. Yeah,
and maybe hopefully we get one more movie in that franchise before it all ends.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, hell no, don't sell that shit, man.
No, because especially being only 2 movies in, you've proven you could do it on your own.
Yeah.
Listen, if they want to buy it, they're going to greenlight your movies. You could keep you can make one every couple of years, and then if you want to springboard into something else, you can. But
absolutely.
But definitely good stuff. I liked it. I'm so excited for that. That I might be more excited for that than I am just about it. I mean, with the exception of a few things, obviously. That's on the top of my list of things that I'm really excited for.
So that one drops October 7th and exclusively to Screambox.
Screambox, yeah. I mean, I honestly, I didn't realize Screambox was even still.
That's what I was saying. I'm sorry. So earlier I told you about the movie Pussy Cake, right? So
yeah.
I looked into it a little bit more, and I want to say it's either Australian or Argentinian. It's from one of those countries, and it's like this rock band that encounters a bunch of like creatures and monsters and shit. And I was like, okay, I'm sold, right?
Yeah.
Where's it going to? Screambox. Come on, man. Come on. If these fuckers make me, I might have to get that free trial for like a week and then cancel the shit, because
just don't forget to cancel it.
Right. I'm trying to see that,
but
see that It documentary too, man.
The moment you cancel it, something else is going to drop on there that you want to see.
Yeah, absolutely. Because Screambox is like the new fucking thing now, I guess.
Shutter's probably pissed. Like, right? They're probably like, how the hell did that? How did we miss that?
I would have loved for Shutter to honestly pick up. Pussy Cake is more of a movie sounding for Shutter than it is for Screambox, anyway.
Yeah.
because they're more into like the foreign films and stuff on Shudder. So that was
I had,
better on them.
you know, I had Screenbox and Shutter when they both first came out, because I remember talking to you about it. I had both of them. I ended up sticking more with Shutter than Screenbox because at the time it seemed like Shutter was better. I mean,
yeah, I agree.
you know, and all of a sudden, like, Screenbox is making a late play and trying to.
Yeah, now they're like, hey,
Yeah.
we're trying to stay alive. Guess what?
Yeah.
We got here's the movies coming streaming to
Yeah.
us, you know?
Yeah, but you know what? It'll work
Fuckers.
because, like you said, I'll do the same thing. I'll jump. I mean, I'm gonna see that movie. I mean, I'm too excited for it not to. So
I want to see it too, man. And hopefully it won't take too long before we get like a a DVD or a Blu-ray release after that.
Yeah.
You know, that seems to all come pretty quickly these days. Then again, he doesn't have a huge studio pumping behind him either, so it might take a little bit longer.
Right.
But either way, so my last bit of random horror news for this week, we got a teaser trailer for the new Hellraiser, and it dropped. Dude, this week's been crazy for shit dropping.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really show much at all. The name kind of goes across the screen, says Hellraiser, and as it's flashing like the red, you can see the female Pinhead in the background a little bit, and I want to say she's holding the box. All right, so it debuts on Hulu, so we can actually watch this one. I probably thought I was going to say Screenbox, right?
I was waiting for it.
But it debuts on Hulu on October 7th, and basically a little bit behind it is the new Hellraiser movie. A young woman struggling with addiction comes into possession of an ancient puzzle box, which we all know very well how that works, unaware that its purpose is to summon the Cenobites, a group of sadistic supernatural beings from another dimension. Jamie Clayton is our new Hell Priest, is what they seem to be calling her. So I don't know if she's going to even be Pinhead. Her name just might be Hell Priest, or I'm not sure. And a lot of people are in this like huge uproar because a female is playing Pinhead.
I know.
It's kind of, it's like kind of shitty. Like, just let it happen, dude. It's okay.
Yeah. Anytime you get something like that, you're gonna run into that, and it's like, I get the idea. Like, and there are certain things. Yeah. There are certain things where, like, and again, I saw the original Hellraiser. I've seen bits and pieces of the sequels. It's never really been my thing. It's weird, I think.
Oh, very much so. Yeah.
So maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm not the guy to be talking to you about this, but it's not quite the same of hearing that we're going to get a female Freddy or a female Jason or a female Michael Myers. And I mean, like, those I can understand being like, okay, maybe not, because those are, but I mean, with a Hell Priest can be, I mean, my understanding can be anybody. So, I mean, it's not crazy to think that a female Hell Priest doesn't exist,
right.
And,
now I'm not sure if, like, from the little bit we got from it, I'm not sure if maybe this woman who discovers this box doesn't turn into that herself.
Yeah.
So she might not even be in the whole movie like that. So people are just freaking out. Oh my God, it's a female playing Pinhead, and this and that and that and this. Dude, how many years have females been huge in horror movies? Like, I mean, come on. But for the people that have seen the original Hellraiser,
I'm having problems over here.
The director says it's described as a loyal yet evolved reimagining of Clive Barker's 1987 horror classic. Do you need the help now? Are you sending out the SOSs now too?
Have you ever wanted to have a blooper reel?
This is it, right?
This is it right here. God, am I cursed over here? I'm spilling things.
Well, let me let the cat out of the bag, man. You know how Shudder did that cursed films, right? We're doing cursed shows. We're part of that now. Yes.
Oh my God.
We're part of that now.
We're getting close to 300 followers. People are going to see this train wreck. We're not
right. They're like, we're done. We're done.
Holy cow! Oh, it went everywhere.
Oh, damn.
Oh. Okay. All right.
See, you start talking about Hellraiser and some crazy shit happens. See.
You know what? I think it was because I said something about the female Hell Priestess. Maybe I was wrong.
You opened the box, man.
Look out. Opened the damn box.
So the coolest thing about this was the director described it as a loyal yet evolved reimagining of Clive Barker's 1987 horror classic. And the best possible news is that Clive Barker himself is on board as a producer. So that's kind of
Nice.
good to hear.
Yeah.
I know you said like Hellraiser is really not your thing.
It's weird. Yeah.
The first, for me, it's always been the first three. After that, I can do away with them. I could care less what they do
Well,
after that.
and I was just saying earlier, like maybe I'll rewatch the first one and then watch the next couple just to see.
Just do 1, 2, and 3. Honestly,
Yeah.
you'll thank
now
thank me for that.
Going into, so like when I saw the original Hellraiser, it was okay. This is a popular horror movie. I want to see it.
Yeah.
And it just didn't hit with me. But maybe now that I know what to expect,
right,
like what it is, maybe I'll have a better appreciation for it.
And that's true.
Because I would like to see this new one. I would like to see where they go with it.
Yeah, same here. I'm actually looking forward to it. So the last bit of news from that is it's rated R for strong bloody violence and graphic nudity. So that's what Hulu's bringing us, not Screenbox. And that is all I have for weekly horror news, which I can't wait to see what happens in the next week or two, because hey man, as you know, we're getting closer and closer to October, so shit's gonna be dropping like crazy.
And the more the better. Love this time of year. We talk about it all the time.
Yes.
All right, I just have 3 comments.
Okay.
And just actually from last week, again, we had 2 weeks off before because I left on a trip. We just weren't able to connect because of my travel schedule, and I also had COVID for a couple days.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I had it longer than that, but I was just sick for like a day. But Joel Phelan says, glad you guys are back and feeling better. I'm excited for those Strangers movies to come to fruition. Great video. Keep up the good work. Thank you on multiple levels. Appreciate the kind words. And yeah, hell yeah on the new Stranger stuff. Really, really excited. I forgot about that until I just read this comment. We just talked about it last week.
A possible 3 new movies.
Yes.
Not just 1, but 3. That's crazy, dude.
Yeah, I love that stuff. I love that concept. I'm, definitely going to be hanging on to find out what happens with that, because those movies, there's a lot of potential there. Keith says, hey, you guys do a great job. Been working with you guys for a while. Appreciate the content. Always appreciate Keith's kind words.
Yes.
And also appreciate, the contributions to the discussion always.
Sure.
And 1986 Cochran says, welcome back, boys. Happy to be back. That's all I got for this one. Definitely more Halloween related comments when we get into that stuff.
Oh, they're coming. Yeah, they're coming.
But
my turn, right?
This is your time to shine. This is your moment.
Oh shit. Spotlight's on me. Here we go.
That's right.
All right. Jump on YouTube, give us a like, give us a follow, but most importantly, hit that subscribe button, because that's what helps us. Sorry, I can't even talk. See, I'm fucking up my shine here.
It's the Curse Podcast.
I make my comeback and I'm fucking up my shine. You want to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, get us on Spotify, Apple Podcast. Jump on Reddit and talk to us, please. We are in there. We're having fun. We're sharing random shit. Somebody did comment on one of the pictures.
Oh, did they? I didn't see that.
So,
I saw we're up to like 5 followers. So somebody's
in there. Somebody's commenting. We got 5 people now instead of just me and Alan sharing shit back and forth. Now, you guys, we want you to jump in there and continue the horror discussion with us.
Yes.
Anywhere you find us, man, come talk to us. We're more than happy to. We had somebody send us something on Facebook last week. It was about a Halloween fan film, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I believe.
Yes. Yeah.
I wasn't able for some reason to see the message, but you were able to open it.
Yeah, I was able to open it. I was wandering around Hershey Park with my family, so I didn't get a chance to look at it myself. And you just reminded me to check it out, which I absolutely will do that. And
I don't know why I couldn't.
We'll talk about it. By the way, we love that stuff. Any kind of content that you guys do, and you don't have to worry about us shitting on it or anything like that. Like, we get that. That, like, nobody's high budget here. Like, we've made movies and stuff before.
And do you want to know why? Because when we share our movie, people are going to shit on it too.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's okay, because we get it. That's okay.
Yeah. But I'm not sitting there saying anything we're doing is the greatest thing in the world, but it's just us having fun. Some people might like it. Some people may think it's stupid. I mean, we're not, we're not Blumhouse here, guys.
No, we're not.
And honestly, some people shit on their stuff too. So.
But we're still available to work with you if you need us. Just saying. Just throwing that out.
I can make myself unbusy for that. I mean, just just give us a phone call.
Exactly.
We should start a campaign to get us into a Blumhouse movie.
Well, as long as it's Halloween related, because I don't know about some of the
Yeah.
other shit. I'm good. I'm good on some of the other shit.
You mean you don't want to be? You don't want to be in their Black Christmas?
No.
How about you
No.
just let us do Black Christmas and show you an actual Black Christmas movie?
Dude, that was, and I know I've said it before, and I'll never not say it. That was the worst excuse for the name Black Christmas.
Yeah,
ever.
they just use the name to put over their stupid. Listen, if you're a person that does not like being preached to politically or being that is the movie that you would hate, because that's all it was the whole time. And honestly, it did a piss poor job of even getting its point across. We could do 3 episodes on how terrible that movie was, honestly.
Yeah. And what was really the saddest part about it was when the trailer came out, you knew from the trailer who the bad guy was in that whole movie. You already knew. You already knew. Yeah. It was the biggest actor in the movie. There's a spoiler for you.
Yeah.
So if you look up the cast, you'll know who the biggest actor was. That was your bad guy.
Yeah. Hot garbage. The whole thing was hot terrible. Garbage. What they used to say on the indie message boards, the drizzling shits.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you could. That's applicable to that. Yeah. If there was,
Terrible.
So. But I liked Freaky. So Blumhouse, it's all good.
Yeah, that was okay. Yeah, that was
Happy Death Day, and obviously the Halloween franchise. So, all right, guys, we're gonna be right back here. We'll probably post both videos right away, like we normally do. So there'll be a Halloween video. So check that one out too.
Later, guys.
We'll see ya.
Fans, check out and follow the Horror Guys. You can find them on Facebook, facebook.com/The Horror Guys. On Twitter, Horror Guys 21, that's HORRORGUYS 21. On YouTube, The Horror Guys. And also on Spotify, search for The Horror Guys.
Beetlejuice.